One thing I love about the coalition, everybody shares their mistakes here, and that's where you learn.
All right, we are back. You are back, I should say, for your 4th Contractor Coalition Summit. That's next right there.
Absolutely.
Either you guys are really slow learners or you have just really gone up the ladder.
I think we've gone up the ladder.
I think so too. Yeah, you guys are great.
Absolutely.
So for those that don't know you, you're Angela and David Penzak out of San Antonio area. And we met at the first one at Nashville together.
I know, it's great.
I mean, that's 3 years ago. It feels like a lifetime ago.
Right.
It does.
What are some things that you have learned since then that you've applied to your business? I'm sure there's lots of them, but you guys keep coming back for more.
I know.
The biggest thing, pre-construction agreement.
Yes. Yeah, that was the first time, and it's been great ever since. Like, now I'm teaching other people to do that as well, like in my own town.
In our Curious Builder group,
Yeah.
talking about it, and we're afraid to do that. I go, it's only the first time you're afraid.
True.
Right? Then after that, it's just, you have the confidence and
Yeah.
just lay it right out there.
Yeah, you guys lead our Curious Builder Collective down in San Antonio. And it was funny, as I was picking people that would be a good ambassador, they've all been Contractor Coalition alumni. Because I feel like we all sort of
really?
were, sort of baptized with the
Yeah.
same side of knowledge and open-minded, this idea of collaboration over competition. And, you don't come here if you don't have an open mind to learn.
That's right.
And
I think most of the builders here are very, very humble
Yeah.
and sharing. So that makes a difference,
I was interviewing Doug for Motif Media, and he had just mentioned something, he's been to all of them. Right. And I asked him, I said, what is a common thread that's woven through all of it? And he said, confidence. And you just kind of highlighted it, David. Like, the first time that you ask for that pre-construction agreement, let's say it's 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand, and you make it not refundable to the contract. That was the big lesson that I learned the first time. Right. The first time you're like, they're gonna say no, but they don't. And then you're like, oh, okay, if I believe it, my clients will believe it.
Well, they'll say no if they're really invested in you. They see what you do, they like you, and there's a trust there, and they're okay. If people have said no, they don't want to do it, we send them gone on and engage 5 other builders and never get a contract by any builder, and they've wasted the time.
It's so important. And matter of fact, we're thinking of raising our fee because so much work has been put into it, and we feel confident that people will invest that in us.
Especially in a range. When we first came here, we were, pre-COVID, wanted to be luxury, and that was $1 million too, right? Now we're in 3 millions to 4 millions on homes, and so that time it takes in pre-construction is much longer.
Yeah, from a 3,500 square foot house to like a 7,000 square foot house, it's a little bit more work.
Yeah, a lot more. I think as well, we heard a lot in the last session just this morning about, identifying your ideal client. And, we've spoken a little offline about this, and even as you guys had your very successful parade model here in the last year, seeing the type of people that are attracted to what you're building allows you to leverage what you can charge on the front end. Because if you're going to give them that service and that level of execution, you have to be compensated for it.
Yeah,
right. Absolutely.
I even saw a difference in the real estate agents that were showing our home. From the year before, we had a 1.7 million, and then we had like almost a 3 million. And it was a big difference in clientele, in the realtors that showed it, everything. So, there is a difference in jumping from one price range to the next.
How many, and I know you guys are very social people, but how many other builders do you say that you regularly stay in touch with that are Contractor Coalition alumni?
A lot.
Oh,
A lot. All these people, even people that aren't here today, and we all follow each other. I feel like I know their lives, what they're, up to, and.
Well, and vendors too, all the relationships we develop with the vendors here.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Especially Emser, Anderson, yeah.
They've done a very good job of supporting the Contractor Coalition from day one. And I feel like, our our partners get to know us and support us, and by doing so, it makes us more successful, and in return, we obviously recommend them to our peers. And so it's a family that it kind of like there is no end to what this relationship really looks like. As long as you stay involved and everyone supports each other, it's like just a very healthy environment. It's very
and it's a
encouraging.
loyalty thing too. I'm loyal to those vendors that are supporting all this, and I think they appreciate that, and that's what the back and forth relationship should be, right?
And it's awesome along with this group, along with CBUSA, along with Builder Trend, what we get out of that and the relationships we build, helped make our parade home the success it was. I mean, we had a ton of vendors involved in that.
And aren't we talking about that at the Sun Belt?
Yeah.
With you, we're going to be on a panel talking about this very thing.
Yep. Yeah, we're talking with our buddy Mike Weaver from Emser. Yeah, I think we're talking all about how to, maximize the relationships we already have. And Mike often likes to say that usually he'll speak to a room. In this case, it's like you know enough people that will help me achieve my goals, and I know enough people that can help you achieve your goals. All we have to do is just recommend each other and share information and keep our communication high, and we will both be more successful together than we ever could be alone.
Here is a great example. So today I had some tile that was back ordered till the end of July, right? And we're mid-June right now, and they really want to get this tile in. And just because of my relationship with the Emser team, they fulfilled the order today. We're going to get it like right away when I get home.
I mean, Brad Levitt's talked about that a lot, obviously coming out of, specifically out of COVID, when everyone did have those incredible lead times. Support financially is wonderful and we depend on it, but there's other parts of the relationship that are really helpful, and one of them is knowing who to call when you need a favor, when you need help.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What would you say is one thing that you were excited about coming to this particular coalition?
Seeing you, Mark.
Oh, well, there you go. I'll take it. Well, then mission accomplished.
There was some time in between. I think that, we went to the first and second one kind of back and back, and they were pretty similar, right? So it's okay. So that we just kind of snuck into office for the relationship part of it at the dinners and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we were hoping at this there would be some newer content, like the AI is really cool. I think it's great. So there's been a change in that. And, in the Curious Builder part that we're doing now with you and me and Angela, you kind of this strategy to put 8 people together, 9 people together in a group.
It's a little bit different, like a mini coalition, right? I really love the concept so much. I have to say, it's in leading that in our town, it's been a learning process for us too, which we learn to get better and better each time. So, but I think we're benefiting from it as much as the people.
Well,
we invite.
I think too that if you're going to ask what would I like to see from the coalition in the future, well, I never get a chance to meet every builder. It would be nice if we shift tables and we were forced to be in front of every builder. Just to get to know them, and maybe you shift, one of the trades in with each table. So as everybody rotates, say, everybody's just unsure and like we were the first time, and like going, well,
who's that?
And they end up sitting at the same table in the same place every time, and I'm guilty of that. Right, but being pushed around in groups.
Well, when they did that activity that we had to do the little story, that kind of helped.
Yeah, Builder Trend. Yeah.
Right.
But we met a couple.
Right. Well, Builder Trend assigned us to tables with other people that we didn't know, and we had to work on a project together. And I think that was kind of brilliant. That was something new that hadn't happened before. So.
Yeah, each coalition, there's obviously new people, but there's always little nuances, like a little teaser for Chicago. Spencer, who's the production manager or ops manager for Brad, he's coming in to lead us, and it's really interesting, just talking about building a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And they wrote specifications about how to do it. They wrote like a full-on plan, CAD drawings, and everything. Well, here's the funny thing. Everyone thinks that they know how to do it, which is fine. Everyone has probably made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's not the point. As builders, we have to assemble what should be something really simple, right? There's only 3 elements. But the architect has told us what they want us to do. The designer has told us what they want it to look like, and the build team has to follow the instructions. We're about to be surprised at how poorly we're all going to do doing it. I guess it's been a very...
Is that what we're doing?
No, and we're going to do that in Chicago in November. I just mentioned because we did the Builder Trend tutorial where we work as a team.
Yeah.
So the next one we're going to do another team
Darn, do we have
exercise.
to go to Chicago too?
I could imagine how that would go down because, well, how thick is the peanut butter supposed to be? How thick is the jelly supposed to be? How far to the edge do you go?
My mom did it this way. Like everyone is going to have their
Right.
own opinion, but that's not the point. You're supposed to follow the instructions.
Right.
Because and the whole point of the exercise is how much more complicated is building a high-end luxury home than building a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And yet, how many people don't read the plans? How many people don't read the specs? How many people don't follow the instructions? And so anyway, it's just a frustration that our industry has that people think, I'm just going to do it how I've always done it.
Right, and also there's like hundreds of human beings building this thing, right? So do you think that it's going to go without any mistake?
I like what Tyler said today. He kind of said, I think that's where social media can really not only sell your brand for you when you're not in front of clients, but it can also give, an in-depth look at like who you are as people, because we're not perfect.
Right.
And it's important for people, our clients, to appreciate who we are as humans. And we want people, of course, we're trying to impress them, we're trying to get their business, we're trying to show them what it's like to work with us. But part of working with humans is understanding like who we are as people. And I think it's important, like Tyler said, is like we don't want to portray that this is going to be a perfect build.
Right.
We don't want to portray that nothing is going to ever go wrong. What we want to portray is like when it goes wrong, we're the team that you want to work with.
Yeah.
And I really,
absolutely.
that message resonated with me a lot.
We say that all the time.
Yeah, and I think just putting those expectations right up front is really important too. And I think in the beginning of your business, you don't put those up front until later on when you're like, oh, wow, well, this could have easily went wrong, but we handled it really great. I mean, we were able to, remedy whatever issue came up. And, so sometimes I think it's good when you're meeting with clients to actually tell them that in the beginning.
And it's really interesting. People really learn when they make the mistake.
Yeah, one thing I love about the coalition, I will say, is that everybody shares their mistakes here. And that's where you learn, is from other people's mistakes. I'm like, they were just talking about insurance and all this stuff and having to pay out money for this and that. And I just looked at them and I said, well, I don't want that to ever happen. So, hey, let's just learn from what they did, with this whole insurance. And
I think the age that we're building in right now between social media, podcasts, Contractor Coalition, Curious Builder Collective, it's a shared experience. It's a way that we can all say, hey, these are the mistakes that I've made, so learn from them. Here's the successes I've had, learn from them. The answer is always learn. But again, I think the people that are coming, like yourselves, are very open-minded. People don't come to this 4 or 5 times in a row without a curiosity and a willingness to learn.
I know, it's hard for me not to go in there and just get up there and tell all the things the mistakes I've made, and I want to share too. Hey, don't do this, and because I think everybody here probably has some lessons that they could teach each other. Yeah. That's why the collaborative thing is so important.
Yeah, agreed. Well, appreciate you guys coming back, and we'll see you in Chicago. If you're interested in attending the Contractor Coalition in the future, please head to contractorcoalitionsummit.com or follow us on Instagram to find out more.